everybody, it's Dr. Beachcomb in my beautiful, beautiful $8 dress and my beautiful precancerous things that have just recently been burned off me, which is a foreboding for all of you who are in the sun a lot right now from 10 to 4. Get out of it because the ozone layer has been so depleted. And this is damage that happened to me when I was a lifeguard and living in the tropics in my 20s. So I get them checked every 6 months. So today we're going to talk about all the disasters that are happening right now with global warming are terrifying. You know, the floods that we're seeing, the fires that we're seeing, the earthquakes. I live on an island where there's a volcano erupting, although it's miles and miles away from me. But I realize, you know, so many of us have beach treasures all over our homes. But if you had to get out of the house very quickly, so many people are saying, I've lost everything. And we have a bin outside with food in it and water if we have to get out of here very quickly. But I also wanted to go through my beach treasures and pick out the things that really meant the most to me. And I have this little suitcase which holds 2 days of clothes. And it also has things like this, just so you can pack your own little disaster kit. You know, I have a purse, I have a flashlight, I have all, you know, toothbrushes, toothpaste, lotion. And then if you go down in here, it's just a very easy thing to take with me, but I at least will be prepared for 5 or 6 days and not a total ward of the Red Cross. I have my masks, I have an emergency kit, triple antibiotic, aspirin, Benadryl, Band-Aids, I have wipes, and I have hand sanitizer. And then I have, out in the tropics, we wear something called a lava lava. This is disaster relief music. Anyway, so this is a lava lava. It's just a piece of cloth, but when you take a shower, you can wrap it around yourself, or you can use it as a sheet, or even as a shawl. These are very handy to have. I have an extra pair of shoes. I have my beach treasures. We're going to open this up and you'll see which things that mean a lot to me. I also have my briefcase with all of my cords for my phone, my iPod, my computer. I tucked jewelry in here, things that pictures, family photos, that's in here too. So this is my little case. If we get a fire raging, and we've been getting them on the Big Island lately, or we get an earthquake, or something just really terrible happens, or back in Maryland, we get terrible flooding and hurricanes and thunderstorms. This is my little case. And it's actually a case, look at this. It's actually a business suitcase for business travelers, but it's great for me because when you're in a panic, at least I won't have to lug it. Because my beach treasures probably weigh 20 pounds. All right, so these are my favorite beach treasures that I have out here in Hawaii. And I have another box of my secondary favorites, but if I could only grab one thing, these are them. So let me pull these out and show you what are important to me. Now these are not the most beautiful, necessarily most beautiful or most rare. A lot of the ones I picked out are ones that have wonderful memories for me and just mean a great deal. I have a few I could probably sell for money if I was ever desperate. And I bet you can tell which ones those would be. But you'll also see the little cases I've packed them in. I'm actually currently looking for some more of these cases at thrift shops because they're really compact and really good. I'll leave that one for now. I have enough out here. Okay, so let's start, and I don't even know what's in what, but we'll open them up like a treasure box. Oh, these are my Seam England Maltese, and my very first piece of seam glass that was a gift from my friend Jay. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful blue. Can you see it? It's just lovely, and a nice chunk of sea glass. I won't put all these away. And then I have a couple of these CM pieces, which I just adore. And a huge multi. You don't get these much anymore. This is one of my favorites. I've had it for about 15 years. And another multi. So these are my multis. These are the ones I just really, really like. And I have other ones, but they don't quite measure up. Or some of them have memories to them, things of that sort. So anyway, that's my CM England multi-collection. Okay. Oh, he's one of my fossils. I love this little clam. Isn't he lovely? He's just a big chunk of love. And I have fossils somewhere. Oh, here are my fossils. Okay. So here's my little box of eccentricities. Here we have a hagstone, that chert made of chert I found on the Thames. This is one I found in Malibu. This is a clay ducky, a clay baby. It's like a duck winging it. You can see if you look down. See, he looks like he's flying. And then this is a coin. I think it's Louis Quinze. I found up in New Brunswick, Canada, 1700s. And then two interesting hematite pieces, iron ore. It's like a shell got encased in it. And I just love that little. Who knows why we love what we love. And then some of my shark and skate teeth that I just love them. This is a skate tooth. See, it's rectangular. See the grooves in it? Here, I'll put it down here. And then the shark teeth, of course. These are Miocene era. These fossils are 20 to 25 million years old. This is a polished Petoskey stone, and this is 350 million years old. This is coral found on the shores near Petoskey, Michigan. So these are sort of this is my little box of eccentricities. And all of them bring back a memory. I can remember when they were found, well, not this one, but when the others were found or gifted to me, whatever. So right here, this little box, I'm all over the world, from Calvert Cliffs, Maryland, to Canada, to the Thames, to Chesapeake Bay. Okay, so there are those little guys. Now, what do we have here? Oh, okay. This is just CM England. These are some of my favorite end of the day beach glass and slag glass that I love. I love this little piece of Hawaiian slag glass. See, he looks like he's talking to you. Hey, look at me. And I love, this is CM England. Isn't that a lovely one? It's like a huge marble. Anyway, I have enough so that if I lost everything, oh, there's another multi. If I lost everything, I could still have a nice little display of what I want. I don't need a lot, but I'd have a nice little display. So this is very representative of the beautiful end of the day sea glass you get at CM. And some of these have that beautiful luminescence that glass has. It kind of glows from within. It's kind of hard to see, but it's lovely, lovely stuff. What is this one? Oh, and this is a lovely multi. My friend Michelle gave me. I had a bag of stuff I put down and want to wander around on the CM coast, and someone lifted it, took it. And I met her, she came up, and she found out we were American. She's American. And what happened? And she gave me that as a gift. She lived over there. And so that friendship began. Okay. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, these are so sweet. Now, I have only found one frozen charlotte. One. Because where I beachcomb, I don't go there enough to be lucky enough to find one. I did find a foot, and I did find a little body. But this one my friend Nicola gave me, and I just love it. I love her little tush. She's just the sweetest little frozen charlotte. And my friend Mary just gave me this darling little head of a little frozen charlotte. And then, oh, I don't think you can see this here. This is such a perfect little heart. You know, we all find lots of hearts, but sometimes they really are beautiful little things. So I love this baby. And then look at this. I found this over on the Sunderland coast. Look at my little doll glass eye. Isn't she something? So that's my little thing of eccentricities that I love. Okay, where are we going here? Oh, well, you've seen these recently. These speak to me, literally speak to me. These are some of my favorite embossed lettering because they have messages. They say, hi, hi, lay, hey, and P and C. So if I'm ever blue, these kind of always make me feel happy to see them. Okay, those go there. Let's see. By the way, my wonderful daughter-in-law, she's doing this one. Oh, these are my favorite marbles. And a red bead. And I love, particularly, you're gonna laugh, but I love these little marbles because they're such survivors, aren't they? They've been in the sea forever tumbling, and they just disintegrated down to almost nothing. Now this one was a beautiful red marble given to me by my friend Michelle, who I met at the Santa Barbara Sea Glass Festival, and I just loved it. And she offered it to me, and she really meant it, so I said thank you very much, and she's one of my favorites. Actually, that's a piece of CMC glass. Okay, my marbles. What do we have here? Oh, my favorite shells. Now you're gonna laugh because there's so many beautiful shells in the world, but I love cone shells. They really are almost my very favorite. That's a textile cone, and I have a little flea cone and a Hebrew cone, and I can't remember all the names, but anyway, I love my cones. And I also love, this I found during the beachcombing conference in Beaufort, North Carolina. I love these, the shells down there. They actually have, I found one with my husband's, a worm made my husband's initial, carved it in there. And then I love certain little pieces of coral, especially the hearts, of course, because, you know, it's good to see that nature creates these wonderful hearts. I wonder if we picked it up from this. Anyway, some corals. And then a couple of sea beans, a Mary's bean that was a gift. And this is a beautiful polish. This isn't a hamburger bean. Ed, my friend Ed, would tell me the right name for this one, but it's similar to a hamburger bean, but it's not. I'm sorry, I don't know it. I can text it in later. And these are my absolute favorite cowries. These are sugar cowries. You don't find them many places in the world. They are, I thought they were just endemic to Hawaii, but I found out someone said they found them in the Solomon Islands too. These are actually quite a big size for the ones you find these days. You don't get them much bigger than that anymore. But I just think and they have lovely little smiles. See? My husband, when I had cancer and I was over on Oahu, he would go beachcombing to keep himself occupied, and he would find these. He's very good at finding these, and he would send them to me. And I had them right next to my bedside table with a fishing float, and I would just look at them every night and picture myself on the beach. Clearly that visioning thing worked because I'm still alive. Well, you all saw this recently. I love that little bottle that I found. Callie, can I have a paper towel? I love that little bottle that I found. I think you must have seen the video on that. I just found that about 4 months ago over on Chesapeake Bay, the lower islands. I went on a wonderful field trip. And here is, oh, okay. Well, you guys will like these. This is Davenport sea glass. And Davenport sea glass truly is exceptional, like the Maltese. You don't really find sea glass like this many places. This is artisan glass. It almost doesn't look real. Oh, there's a little top I found. It's truly incredible stuff. Okay, so these are some of my Davenports that I like, and a lot of these are UV. Actually, this is not Davenport, nor is this. These were found in near Monterey, some beaches near Monterey. Lots of opaques there, and they both actually are UV. Oh, and here's a couple of my bottle stoppers. Those are from CM. Actually, they're from Fife. I'm wrong. They're not from CM. Okay. Oh, this is my china. I'm not going to pull it all out, but Prize, Cream. I love the ones that speak to me. Now this piece, let me see if I can find the other piece. this? Well, I'll pull these out. Okay. This is a floor tile from the Orkneys. No, maybe from Easington. That the landlord was kind enough to let me have. I just loved it. So I have a selection of china from all over the world. So believe it or not, if you looked at all these, could you tell which the oldest pieces are? These two. This is featherware, and it's actually a modeled featherware. You don't see that very much. Probably from the late 1700s, early 1800s. And this is a sort of a basket weave creamware. This is old colonial American stuff. Again, probably from the late 1700s, early 1800s. Then I have a selection of my favorite Scottish spongeware. And then this is from, these two pieces are from Prince Edward Island. And I love the brown on white transferware patterns. And then, of course, these pieces are from Fife, Scotland. They are usually soda bottles or ginger beer bottles or something of that sort. And then 3 pieces in particular, 4 pieces, I just had to keep. This one is the one that got me starting to be interested in tracing pottery found on the shore. This is actually a French piece, and I found it on a shore in the Chesapeake Bay, and I thought, my God, what's this old piece doing here? So it got me really looking into origins of things. This piece has a little man with a hookah pipe. See that? And it actually has a hallmark on it where I could trace it if I wanted to. This is it's a Clementson, and it's mid-century, 1800s. You guys a lot of you have found these seaweed pieces. I love them. I'm happy to trade if someone has more, but this one I found particularly compelling. It's not that worn, but it has the seaweed on it, on the back. And actually, it's also a Clementson, I think. And then this piece is what really made me start doing more beachcombing again in midlife, because I found it just like this. It's nothing special. It's soft pasteware. See how the glaze is coming off right around here from wear? But when I turned it over, look at that. And my life had felt so mundane for a while, you know, working and raising kids and watching my budget. And when I turned this over, it reminded me that there are all these interesting worlds out there, and it got me dreaming again. Then I also had to have my other favorites, which is our Asian porcelains, which they do not degrade. See this? Because of the kaolin. It's the pictures are the glaze is a completely different kind of thing. It does not chip off or wear off. Okay, I'm getting hot. It's hot out here. What's in this one? Okay, here we go. There's only 2 left. I'm almost at the end of my most beautiful things. Oh, well, you know what? I grew up in the Chesapeake Bay, and I like vessel glass. I'm a big vessel glass girl. So actually, this is actually not vessel glass. This is actually a gift from Kristen from St. Cruz. But the rest of this is utilitarian or vessel. This is a blob seal from a fishing float. It's the inside seal. There's the plug there. It's just such a pretty color. I couldn't resist this one. And this, my friend Evan gave me. I found a lot of black bottle lips, but this is a very, very old one. It's from the Bahamas. And I just thought the lip was just such a beautiful thing. Plus it reminds me of Evan. This is a floor tile I found in New Zealand. And I also found this in New Zealand. Can you see that color? New Zealand. I'm sorry, take that back. Iceland. This is from Iceland, and this is too. Iceland has the loveliest teal sea glass. And then let me see what else. I found this when I was beachcombing with my friend Gary up near Deer Island in the Maritimes. It was one of my first pieces of black glass. Looked just like a rock. And then I turned it over and I thought, oh, there's the bottle bottom. These 2 pieces, for anyone who is from the Chesapeake Bay, Delaware Bay area, are from Woodland Beach. And as I think I said this before, they look like they were stained glass window pieces or maybe old ship pieces. It's a lot of shipwrecks in the bays and that part of the mid-Atlantic. And a couple of these I just kept either for the color. There's a nice pattern, you know, like a old bathroom glass from the mid-century on that. This was a beautiful shade, and so was this of bonfire glass. So I had a sample of everything, and this makes a lovely heart. I think I have that. That's just a lovely heart. So I have a lot of hearts. I think I have just a little bit more to show you. What's in this one? Oh, these are my very favorite Davenports. These I would not let go of. And Murano. This is a Murano, piece of Murano glass. And it's just a lovely piece. It actually reminds me very much of Venice and that area of Italy. Some of these, so that the reason I picked these out like this is because I have enough whites to create a little luminosity sort of look. If this is all the glass I have, I can do that because I love the white luminosity. I have enough reds and lava glass, and some of these glow. And then the greens, these greens are beautiful UV greens. There's another red. So I've created sort of a little way for me to, oh yeah, and the blues, for me to have little stations of my glass. Like some of us, we like to sort our glass. Well, oh, and you're gonna laugh. This is one of my very, very favorite pieces of any beach find, and I didn't even find it. Mary McCarthy gave me this, and I've always been indebted to her. It's really one of my favorite pieces. It glows at night and looks just like a little daffodil bulb, like you could plant it with sprout flowers. One of the reasons I picked out certain Davenport sea glass was because I love how they glow with the UV. Let me turn out the light and I'll show you what I mean, because this is so much fun at night. Look at that. So certain pieces, like this one, does not look exceptional, but wham, you get that wonderful, wonderful design on it. And this one, this is a big old eyeball. That's what they call them over there. And this has a lovely splash of UV. And if we go over here, some of these don't look that exceptional, but look at this one. Is that incredible? Looks like a big old eye looking at you. And then this one reminds me of a jellyfish from Chesapeake Bay. If I take it away, it's nothing much, but then here. And the little one I told you is my favorite. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? So there are reasons why I picked this one, and a very, this one doesn't look like anything special, but when you put the UV on them, look at that. So at night, this is really fun to do, is to sit and play with your UV pieces. And you can also have UV, see these two pieces? This is not Davenport. This is probably UV glass, jadeites, opaques from maybe the mid-century. So anyway, I wanted you to see why I did that. Sometimes even you can do UVs, sometimes marbles. Here's a marble that's a UV. That's kind of gorgeous. So there you go. That's why some of these Davenport ones were picked. So, there you have it. Those are my special treasures. I would say to you, I'm wiping all the, I would say to you that you should use some of these hot days in the northern hemisphere. If you can't go outside, sit by a fan, which I'm about to turn on right now because I'm hot, and go through all your treasures and pick out your very favorites that take you back to beautiful times in your life, or where you can really remember finding them and the joy it filled you with. And put those aside and have them in a little packet. Actually, a good packet are earphone, you know, the big earphones. They have great covers. I had mine in there, and then I decided to make a little tiny suitcase. Oh, I have a little bit more. And have your getaway bag so that you'll always have your treasures with you. You know, you'll always have a few by your side. Here's two more things I found. Here's my brimstone. I love this brimstone. This is basalt that's been worn and compressed down. And it's called brimstone because they're common in an island in Brimstone up in Maine, but you also can find them along the Pacific Northwest, the San Juans, you know, that area too. And I just love these. This one's very comforting to me. I don't even know what I have in here. Let's see. What is in here? It's a lot of stuff, so let's see. Oh, wow. That's right. My rocks. I love my rocks. Now this one glows pink, and that's kind of rock and sea glass. But most of my rocks, these rosettes, and I have a name, and they are something, rhodolite, I forget, but I found these in CM, and I just love them. I haven't come across very many of them, but I think they're just so intriguing. And then, of course, you know, if we were sorting these, quartz, 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 agate, agate. My Oregon agates, to me, are unsurpassed. I just think they're the most, well, here's some Washington State agates, but the Oregon agates are very worn, very smooth, comes in butterscotch and grays and whites, and some of them are covered with a coating. Look at this coating. Now, if anyone knows what that coating is, please tell me. I think it's a type of calcium, maybe, that sea wash. I'm not sure if it's a geologic thing or if in fact it's, you know, part of the stone, or I don't know. But so I have those, and then I have a few of each. I have my Chesapeake Bay quartz, which, you know, to me, you can't beat Chesapeake Bay quartz. I'm very partial to that. But I also love, sorry, this is confusing. I also love my Long Island quartz. See how chunky it is? It's chunkier. It's not as flat as a Chesapeake Bay. So both of these, I have these because these are very soothing, my rocks. So there you have it. There's my special treasures. If a disaster hits here or back in Maryland, I can run out of the house with enough clothes to last me for a few days. My toothbrush, toothpaste, medicine, flashlight, UV light, some jewelry, family papers and photos, and my beach treasures. So take some time, you guys, in this hot weather. Stay inside and go through what you really love and set them aside, so if something happens to you, you don't have to say, oh, I lost everything. You'll have one little bag. Hopefully you'll have time to grab. And please, I hardly ever get political, but I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm a moderate. I'm not choosing sides, but as a beachcomber, we love nature. I really hope this November when you vote for the candidate who really values taking care of our planet and trying to protect it. Because if we don't have a viable planet, we're not going to be around very long. That's it. I'm hot. I'm going for a swim. Bye.